I'm Andrew Patterson from interest.co.nz. Welcome to another in our business success stories. Today I'm with Angus Allan, the co-founder of The Collective. Hi Angus.
Oh yeah.
So Angus, tell us a little bit about the business, how you got started and why the decision to go into this particular food category.
Basically, I was working in an earn-out agreement with a business and was looking at further afield and other pastures. I was getting a bit sick of the corporate life, and my business partner now, who was a competitor back then, sort of came to me and said, "Look, I think I've got an opportunity that we should go into business together and try and do something special in dairy products." And he had a business that he'd found that through his Jewish community that was in distress, and we bought the business. Yeah.
What about some of the particular challenges you've faced running a business like this?
Well, learning dairy is a massive learning curve, very steep when you've been making hummus and dips and things. So it's quite different. The reason we bought a business was to have the nous in the business already, and they were cheesemakers. They were very good at making cheese and dairy and products and yogurt, etc. So they stayed in the business, and that helped us through those periods. But you know, we had some major issues in the beginning of our products. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun
because you've got all of this complexity around food safety and technology development. It's not. I mean, makes IT look a lot easier by comparison, doesn't it?
Oh, it's capital heavy. It's very expensive to run. It's it's risky. You have to have a lot of technical knowledge. It's not easy. Yeah.
What were you looking for when you created? Did you have a vision in mind from the outset about what you were looking to actually create, or has that evolved over time?
No, we had a vision. We wanted to create a new brand, obviously, which is what we've done, I guess, and we wanted to create gourmet yogurt, and we knew that there was a massive category and a massive business out there in dairy that we wanted to liven up, so to speak. It was full of large companies, and we wanted to start with gourmet yogurt, but we knew things like halloumi or drinking yogurts or anything that's made out of dairy was somewhere we could go. So yeah, we saw that opportunity.
What about your branding profile? How have you sought to differentiate yourself from your competitors?
Just the way it is, they're not as usually efficient or as what's the word I'm looking for? They're not as nimble as us, so we can sort of move around them and do new things and try new things without it sort of taking great effect on our business. So,
what sort of research did you do to actually go and establish the business proposition and to, I guess, validate the market?
None. No, just a feeling. Yeah, we tasted products overseas, and we tasted products here in a brand, and we thought there were lots of opportunity in that area, and we thought, well, let's try our arm at this. This is, we've never done research. It's not in our blood.
So you work on the fact that you tasted the product, you'd liked it, and you thought there was probably an opportunity for other people to like it as well.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and we often go on our gut instincts and what we think, and yeah, we don't really believe in sort of research. It's to give you answers you don't want, Yeah,
and a bit of the Steve Jobs approach that people don't actually know what they want till they taste it.
It's called research passion killing in my books. It's not much fun.
So when you tasted this wonderful yogurt in the UK, when you were there,
Australia, yeah,
and what were the aspects of it, sort of texture, consistency that you were looking to replicate?
Just well, we weren't trying to replicate anything. We're trying to do something that sort of changed the way people think about yogurt. Back then, most people thought yogurt was either fresh and fruity or was very Greek sour yogurt. So there was not much in between. So we knew there was an area in there you could have a gourmet yogurt that is a dessert or is also a breakfast, but is also healthy for you and low in fat and all those sorts of things. So the product we'd tasted was very thick, very creamy, very Moorish. You wanted to eat more, so it was it's a perfect yogurt.
And of course, when people eat more, that's good for business.
Yeah, we want them to eat more, of course. Yeah.
Did you find the usage factor? What do we know? What do you know about when people use it the most? Is it? I'm thinking it's breakfast, probably. Is it?
I know nothing actually. I think they eat it all the time. I mean, we're obviously very engaged with the people that we're our customers. So we kind of know, but we don't really know. We ask them to take photos and tell us when they're eating it, but that's all we know. It's all anecdotal, really.
Now, you put a lot of emphasis on customer engagement. Just explain how that has actually worked in practice.
How do I talk about that without telling everyone what we do well? Our approach is to make sure we're in touch with every customer, and we talk to every customer we can, and we treat every customer like they're special. That is the essence of it. Our brand is about being community driven, and social media works very well with being community driven. You can engage with helping your community, you can talk about it, you can get people helping you, and that's kind of the essence of our brand. And social media and Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube and newsletters and every touch point we have as far as someone ringing us, emailing us, is all about good customer service, and that's how we treat it.
To a certain extent, you can only maintain that as long as you remain small, can you? Or can you grow? Can you grow that strategy with the business?
No, I think you can grow it with the business for sure. I think it's very hard to start when you're big, but we build a culture in this business of being like that. It's not something we take lightly. So we're constantly making sure we're on top of that, and it's front of mind.
Does that include people suggesting flavours and aspects of the business?
Yeah, tell us what to do, feedback, negative, good, whatever it may be. It's open slather, whatever it is.
So you run a very transparent approach to all of that.
Yeah. That's exactly right. We're very transparent and honest, and that is the essence of the brand, is being honest and being transparent, and you can't hide in social media or in the digital space anymore. So you've got to be transparent.
Is that a personal philosophy, or do you think that's more the way business is moving?
I think it's a personal philosophy, but also I think it's the way business has to move. Yeah, you can't sit in your boardroom and hide behind things. You have to be very open, and it's like so much so that you try not to tell customers about what new products are coming out because you don't want your competitors to know. We just tell people. We don't hide things. It's we're doing this, so people know we're coming. Or it's very transparent. Yeah. So people talk about us, I guess.
So on that point, are you putting, the limited amount of resource that you have into that area, and much less in sort of above the line marketing?
We don't spend any above the line marketing. Nothing. No. It's just not us. It's not how we work. We do it. We do a little bit of tastings and people, product tastings and some street posters, but we don't see ourselves ever being on TV at this point.
So no traditional print or magazine, anything like that?
No, none of that, no.
And that's interesting because, there's a risk factor to that, but clearly it's paying off for you.
I think advertising's dead. I think in that respect, I think it's not dead, but it's always going to have a space. But it's changed forever. I mean, it's very hard to we spend a lot of money on social media, and it's only starting now to pay off its dividends. It's like it's slowly getting there.
So when you say you spend it, you're talking about web editors, but people who are monitoring that social media fairly constantly. Yeah,
that's right. It's cost. There's definitely a cost to it. I mean, it's an investment in marketing. So, and you can't quantify it. It's awesome. I mean, I can't speak highly of it enough. Really, especially if you know what you're doing in that space. Yeah.
What do you look for in the people who are managing that? Because it's a critical role for you. I mean, they're your public face. So what's the skill set that you look for in the people who are managing all your social media?
I don't know. No, I couldn't tell you. I can tell you the person who works with us is extremely into it and loves it and believes in us. And we tried to write a job description of how how we would replace her if anything, God forbid, happened, and it's impossible.
You've already gone global, so plenty of challenges in the international dimension of the business. Just explain about how you've gone about the exporting side of what you're doing.
It's difficult. Yeah, I mean, there's always dealing with Australia or even the UK, or it's different language. It's a different public. It's different. Yeah, and it's hard to put that over there and just copy it. So we work hard at that. It's always a challenge, but it's going well. Yeah, it's proving to go well. Yeah.
Do you find, because it's a small business, that you're being pulled in all directions? How do you manage that side of it yourself in terms of the strategic side of managing a business like this?
I think we've done this a couple of times, so we're very good at ensuring we are focusing on the things that count, ensuring we invest ahead of the curve, is what we'd like to say, in people. Know that we're going to be here and we should be investing in that person now, because I don't want to be running ragged trying to pull everything. I also don't make sure I don't follow things that are just not worth following, or they're not part of our core business and core focus. And there's a lot of things we could chase and a lot of turnover we can chase, we just don't.
Your focus, of course, is in the gourmet end of the market, which includes a premium on the pricing. Just explain how that price pointing works, because obviously there are sensitivities around pricing and what consumers will actually accept at the end of the day when you're up against competitors at lower prices.
I don't know. I mean, New Zealand is the most promoted grocery market in the world. It's crazy, I mean, people only buy things on tickets, so you have to price it in. You're up here and you price in that you're mostly going to be sold on the lower price point. People in general don't mind paying for quality if it's not that much more of a stretch, I think. Like, if our product was a lot more, I think people would struggle with it, but because it's just a little more, it's achievable.
So you can have a small premium and people will accept that, but if you push that too much, then people will opt out.
The elasticity is in the market in that respect, but it's certainly it's certainly, you could definitely be too premium and not sell anything, but if that's what your brand is, then that's fine.
And obviously you're wanting the loyalty factor to maintain as well too, given it's a competitive sector category. Loyalty plays an important part.
Hugely, yeah, that's right. Yeah, your brand is the most important thing in the world, and having people who are loyal to that is it's priceless.
Now, from a marketing perspective, obviously imaging and branding is important. What's been the style that you've used to brand your product?
Fun and honest, I think. If you ask me what our essence is, it's fun and honest. We like to have fun in what we have, a lot of fun in what we do. We have a fun business, and we're very honest, and I think that's what it's all about, And we don't take ourselves too seriously.
And you like that to translate into your staff as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We try to all the time. Yeah, it's constant. Yeah, it's very, very important for us. Yeah.
So when you look at, you've got 55 staff here in New Zealand, and what are some of those areas of specialty that you're looking for, and also your ability to attract staff to businesses like this?
We don't have an issue attracting people to our business, but finding good quality people is quite difficult. We have to pay a lot more than we have a big competitor who pays people a lot of money, and we have to compete for that for our own market, so it's quite difficult. It's quite a hard market at the moment to find good staff. We're finding it quite hard.
And all of your manufacturing is done here in Avondale, Auckland?
All in Avondale, Auckland, yeah, and obviously in the UK, so it's a bit different.
Just talk us through the UK, because obviously you actually have sent your IP over to the UK. So some of the specialist technology that you have developed is obviously trade secret, that's the logical way to move this brand around the world.
Yeah, it's the only way. We don't want to be exporting dairy from New Zealand. I don't believe in that. So it's about exporting our IP. It works very well. We have a joint venture in the UK. We have our own office. It's a separately run business that is going extremely well. I think this week we're in over 1,300 supermarkets. So it's growing extremely well, and that's only been in a year and just over a year.
Well, Angus, proving that businesses in any category can do well if they price point themselves correctly, but also get the image right, and that's what you've obviously been able to achieve, even though you've only been going for 3 years, pretty successfully.
Yeah, that's right. And having good quality product has got to be the best. You have to have the best product.
Yeah, and make sure that people continue to eat lots of it.
Yeah, as plenty as they can. Yeah.